This is stop number 12 of the Sunoco Busch Grand National Series, the second to last Sunoco Busch Grand National Series before the Busch All-Stars that'll be taking place in Charlotte, as we are here at Richmond for the Hardees 250. There are 25 laps around the 3/4 mile short track tri-oval here. Let's take a look at our points after Fontana. Adam Chambers won our last event at Fontana, takes the lead from Danny Wells, who was dominant until DNFing that event. Also won at Nashville. Spencer Madden, our winner at Bristol's in third. Ken Johnson is fourth, and a pair of rookies round at the top five at a tie as Jared Darling and Randy Carpenter hold that honor. Then 7th through 10th has Zed Weinstein, who's the only one in the bottom half of the field without a win, as Ed Gardner, who's 8th, won at Daytona, Jeremy Doobie, who is 9th, won at South Boston, and Jack Richards is 10th, who won at Las Vegas. So with that said, let's go into our starting grid here for the Hardees 250. On the pole, qualifying at 129.565 miles per hour, is number 84 Miller High Life Buick. That's Luke Martin. And on the outside will be the number 54 Mannheim Auctions Chevy of Hunter Gantz. Second row will be a pair of Oldsmobiles. It's the number 47 Kanawha Insurance Cutlass of Justin Perry. Will be alongside the 00 Olds of Disanello Momenovich, who's starting in spot number 4. Third row, going away spot number 5, will be the number 89 Evinrude Pontiac. That is Christina Cowan, our winner at Martinsville. And the number 31 Channel Lock Olds, that's Alex Lesgano. Fourth row will be one of those drivers in the 5th place tie, the number 7 Hooters Ford of Randy Carpenter, and our Daytona winner, the number 96 Olds of Ed Gardner. And in row 5 will be the number 52 Napa Ford of Ann Batson, and the number 20 Crown Petroleum Olds of Emilio Navarrete. Row 6 will be the number 48 of Tim Froehlich and the 32 of Ricky Elliott Jr. Row 7 will be Morgan Carpenter and Dominic Jarvis. Row 8 will consist of Zed Weinstein and Cody Lamas. Row 9 will be Matt McCormick and Ricky James. Matt was our winner. Has not won yet this season. Ricky has not either. Then it's Bill Raymond and Joshua Perry. Super Shears, Dougie Shears, and Mike McMurray. He was our winner at Rockingham. Spencer Madden and Jake Baskinger will follow them. Then Austin M. and Danny Wells. Jordan Hetzer, the Hitman, and Ken Johnson. Jeremy Doobie and our points leader Adam Chambers. Tim Gardner and Will Raymond. Jared Darling and Andrew Boat III. Mike Becker and Dunlap Rad. John Westbrook and Jack Richards. And rounding out the field will be our Texas winner. That is the 01 of Lyndon Wright. A few DNQs here, as we only have 39 entries. Those consist of Barney Ward. That also consists of Andrew Baranda, our winner at Darlington. And Callum Wales, the Aussie, failed to qualify as well. So that's your starting grid here at Richmond. So here is your command for 25 laps of mayhem.
Drivers, start your engines.
So here we get ready for this event, our second to last event in the Sunoco Busch Series before the Busch All-Stars, as they have one event in Nazareth to determine them. We'll obviously go through the who's in and who's not situation there once we get to that event. But it will be Luke Martin, Hunter Gantz, who are not in the All-Stars. Try and take that spot. Justin Perry, another one not in, and they're going to go 3 wide into turn 1 and 2. Make that 4-way dance. Here comes Christina Cowan, and now Ann Batson, and we got ourselves a big one. Ann Batson's involved. Christina Cowan's involved. Randy Carpenter, and we're not done. And we're still not done. Our points leader, looked like got a little bit of there. Danny Wells. My gracious. Diesel Momenovich. We have, I do believe that's Austin M with problems. As that was not pretty. Try to squeeze everything into one spot is not what you want to do. Is we got a slowing Randy Carpenter. He missed pit road, so he's going to try to get it in. I think we're going to need to take a look at that in the heavy-duty replay. So as you can see, we're going to start from here. You can see the three abreast racing going on up front with Hunter Gans, Luke Martin, and Justin Perry. There you will focus on Ann Batson right now as Tim Froehlich tries to make a move to the inside. It looked like you almost had a 5-wide situation, which you cannot do in a small track like Richmond. I don't care what you say. And it seemed like Tim Froehlich got right into Ann Batson. You see Diesel Momenovich and Alex Lozano getting in there. Probably two separate accidents that actually happened. You can see there's Austin M. That's where probably the situation came about for Austin, is he was wrestling that car without question. There was a bunch of accidents and spins that happened at once. We saw that's the Ann Batson one. Now we saw, I don't think there was much to do with Alex Lozano, as much as that was just a simple domino effect. Alex Lozano getting into Diesel Momenovich and it collected. And I do believe that was the number 50 of Matt McMurray, I do believe. Who's getting it? Matt McCormick. Mike McMurray, Matt McCormick. Who spun Zed Weinstein. As you can see, he just got into Zed Weinstein, punting him to the wall. Yeah, there's where you have Jordan Hetzer, who sent Austin M to the inside, and Austin saved that. Talk about lucky for Austin there. Now, where did I see Austin M? That's where I was about to say, and then he tried to save it in that front, but then he got a lot more when he tagged Randy Carpenter. Right there. There's what happened. He almost brushed John Westbrook there too, so that was kind of tricky. Now, where do we see what happened up front? We weren't done. Yep, there we have it. That's Tim Gardner. There's where Danny Wells was at. There was the other Perry, Joshua Perry. And there you have Lyndon Wright and Will Raymond all involved there. That's checking up. So that's what happened there. Now, I don't know if Adam Chambers got involved with something or he just was. He kind of got a little bit of a touch there. Let's see. Because Cowan was trying to get up the track and, yep. Nope, he checked up and just got out of it in time. Westbrook going through the grass. I think that was, yep. Ken Johnson going through the grass as well. So after that, we are under caution on the first lap. It is Justin Perry leading. Luke Martin, our pole sitter, is in second. Then it is Hunter Gantz, Ed Gardner. Rounding out the top 5 will be Ricky Elliott Jr. Then it will be Emilio Navarrete, Tim Froehlich, Alex Lozano, Morgan Carpenter, and Dominic Jarvis, your top 10. Then it will be Matt McCormick, Bill Raymond, Spencer Madden, Dougie Shears, Mike Murray, Jake Baskinger, Jordan Hetzer. Then it'll be Jeremy Doobie, Ricky James, Cody Lamas. Then is Jared Darling, Mike Becker, Jack Richards, Ken Johnson, Dunlap Brad, John Westbrook, Andrew Boat III, Christina Cowan, Adam Chambers, Joshua Perry, Will Raymond, Ed Gardner, Zed Weinstein, Danny Wells, Diesel Momenovich, then the number 52 of Ann Batson, Lyndon Wright. Our only car lap down is Randy Carpenter, and their only DNF thus far is Austin M. As I do believe we'll be back to green flag racing this time by, as you can hear, I do believe that is Randy Carpenter coming into the inside, picking up the speed. I don't know. I guess that is. There's Randy Carpenter coming up to the inside. As he is a lap down from being part of that wreck. He goes from being on the lead lap to wrecking himself a lap down. So we'll have to see what Randy could do. Let's see what happens now. Luke Martin, Hunter Gons, we are 7 laps in of 25. Still got a long way to go. And probably more cautions as well. Call it a hunch. Go to the green. Justin Perry early on gets the number 1 spot with a good jump. Luke Martin right there. Obviously Randy Carpenter having an ill handling car as he dropped off the pace considerably. But now he gets wrecked again. And it collects Emilio Navarrete. We're not done. Let's stick with everything. And looks like Morgan Carpenter's got spun and he gets a little bit of a touch, and yep, it's not even done. We still got ourselves more. Jordan Hetzer now in there. Lyndon Wright. I knew it. Alex Loscano got damage. Christina Cowan is done. Another unfortunate circumstance for Christina. She's going to go down pit road and call it done for her. Obviously this will result in us having to show another replay yet again, as once again our leader is Justin Perry. So as you'll see here, you see Randy Carpenter on the inside of the number 32 Pontiac of Ricky Elliott Jr. He gets into Emilio Navarrete, catches Tim Froehlich a little bit, catches Morgan Carpenter, the first of many issues for Morgan. That obviously triggered the yellow as Emilio spun out in front of Alex Loscano. Can't seem to catch a break. But now let's see what happened with Morgan Carpenter. She was up there with Bill Raymond in the Penrose Snacks Olds, and Bill catches Morgan. They both go into the wall. The more impact going to Morgan, who spins out right across the stripe, and then catches Randy Carpenter, and then it starts to really pack on. There's Mike McMurray, Jack Richards, Matt McCormick, Jake Baskinger, Jordan Hetzer, Lyndon Wright, Will Raymond. It just a lot more damage. You saw Mike Becker checking up, Dizenel Momenovich, Adam Chambers checking up, Zed Weinstein and Ann Batson, Danny Wells. What happened with Christina Cowan though? Let's take a look. She probably caught Emilio Navarrete. That's probably was the aftermath of Emilio Navarrete. You can see Navarrete got spun in front of Loscano. And thus, everybody started to part ways like it was the Red Sea. Mike Becker got it. Loscano. There's where John Westbrook, Christina Cowan, and Batson made a little bit of a brush. There is Joshua Perry, Danny Wells, and Tim Gardner. That was not a good scene at all. And that's actually where Adam Chambers spun, which we saw. Yep, Adam Chambers got a little bit of a spinning too. That's why we were wondering why Adam Chambers. She just got a little trigger happy going up on the apron. Same with Andrew Boat the third, but he saved it, because he looked like he was going to get by Dunlap right, and then he gets hit by the 94 of Will Raymond. And Zed Weinstein checks up, Dizenel Momenovich checks up, as well as Ann Batson. Now, Lyndon Wright without a front. Obviously, I didn't really know why that was the case, but it was not a very good experience at all. So after that wreck, we'll be back to green flag this time by, is still Justin Perry leading Luke Martin still second. Hunter Gons is still third. Ed Gardner is now fourth. Ricky Elliott Jr. is fifth. Tim Froehlich is sixth. Bill Raymond is seventh. Morgan Carpenter is eighth. Dominic Jarvis is ninth. And Dougie Shears runs out the top 10. That'll be Matt McCormick, Spencer Madden, Jeremy Doobie, Jake Baskinger, Ricky James, Cody Lamas, Jared Darling, Jack Richards, Ken Johnson, Dunlap Rad, Andrew Boat III, Will Raymond, Lyndon Wright, Mike Becker, Dizanel Movidovich, Adam Chambers, Zed Weinstein, Ann Batson, Danny Wells, Alex Lascano, Joshua Perry, Tim Gardner, Emilio Navarrete, Mike McMurray, and our only 3 DNFs are John Westbrook, Christina Cowan, and of course Austin Emmis. Here comes Lyndon Wright making a move to the inside now of Perry. We're going to try to take the number 1 spot. Hunter Gons is going to now try to take a little bit too. They're going to go 3 wide going to the stripe, and it's just going to be Lyndon Wright. Actually, Luke Martin leading that one. Hunter Gons is going to now take the lead now. And Gons has got the number 1 spot. Now we're starting to get into some sort of a groove. I think the big question is for how long until we go to another yellow. And that, I just said that, now we are in the yellow. And yep, there we go. Jordan Hetzer involved. Jack Richards. Jordan Hetzer's day is done. The hip in gets knocked out as Hunter Gons will lead the race back to the line. Spencer Madden got into some of that. And just like that, we're back under yellow. We got at least 2 laps under our belts. Sometimes you gotta take what you can get. Hunter Gons obviously will lead the race back to the line. The pace car will take the top spot, and then we'll be checking this out on replay now. I don't even need to comment anymore about this. As we take a look at this again, leave it to Randy Carpenter. We saw Spencer Madden get involved with something. Let's see where it actually came about. It was Randy Carpenter right here. You'll see, gets hooked by Spencer Madden, goes right into Jack Richards. You see Dunlap Rad getting a little bit of that. You see Randy Carpenter make a save there. Andrew Boat III as well. There's Lyndon Wright taking a hit. Ken Johnson. Zed Weinstein, all of them dodging. Now here's where we see it get ugly. Jordan Hetzer nowhere to go, right into the rear of Spencer Madden. And Batson had to check up. Mike McMurray had to check up. Alex Lascano had to check up. And Lascano got a little bit of it too. I mean, McMurray got a little bit of it. And then you see Jack Richards get one more for good measure. Now, I don't think there was anything else going on. I hope. Well, it looked close for Jeremy Doobie going in the inside of Dougie Shears and Matt McCormick. Ed Gardner, Tim Froehlich. And obviously, fortunately, nothing else has happened. You can kind of take that as a good sign. I think we should actually do an onboard on Jordan Hetzer with nowhere to go. Not what you wanted. So now with 8 laps to go, we're still under caution. It'll be down to probably 7 or 6 when we get down to the green flag. Hunter Gons still leads. Luke Martin is still second. Justin Perry is now third, dropping after that couple of laps. Then it is Bill Raymond, Ed Gardner, Tim Froehlich, Ricky Elliott Jr., Matt McCormick, Dougie Shears, and Jeremy Doobie, your top 10. Then it'll be Jake Baskinger, Dominic Jarvis, Ricky James, Morgan Carpenter, Cody Lamas, Jared Darling, Dunlap Rad, Andrew Boat III, Ken Johnson, Lyndon Wright, Adam Chambers, Will Raymond, Zed Weinstein, Dizanel Mominovich, Mike Becker, Danny Wells, Tim Gardner, Emilio Navarrete, Ann Batson, Joshua Perry, Alex Lascano, Jack Richards, Mike McMurray. One lap down, still Randy Carpenter. You can have Spencer Madden, Jordan Hetzer, John Westbrook, Christina Cowan, and Austin M. all DNFing this. So there will be 6 laps to go. Basically, no more yellows from this point on. Because if there's basically one more, this bad boy is over. No other way to say it. I do believe, I don't think we'll be having another one-lap showdown like we had at Fontana. Probably get 2 laps in, then go yellow, and that's it. And it'll be Hunter Gantz, the early jump. Good jump. See, Ed Gardner, our winner at Daytona, trying to make a move on Bill Raymond. Same with Luke Martin going up high as Justin Perry goes to the inside. Justin will take the number 2 spot. Now, 5 laps to go this time by. We're now into territory where any cautions will end this race abruptly. Now Justin Perry wants to regain that number 1 spot from Hunter Gantz. Now Tim Froehlich goes into the 4th spot. Ed Gardner scouting out the 3rd spot, trying to go for 2nd. He's trying to get his first repeat win, but it's not going to happen. We got caution. Hunter Gantz is going to win. And it will consist of Disanello Mominovic and the number 94 of Bill Raymond. So that will end this. Now, let's actually see what consisted of this, because basically this race is over. We have 4 laps to go. There's no way we're going to get back into it. This is what it consisted of. You see Danny Wells up high. You see Joshua Perry going to the inside of Will Raymond. Disanello Mominovic right in the middle. Disanello gets right into the right rear quarter of Danny Wells. Goes right into and hard in that inside barrier goes Disanello Mominovic, as well as Will Raymond gets spun courtesy of Joshua Perry. So very simple enough to end this race. So that'll basically do it here at Richmond, as Hunter Gantz will be now the newest member of the Busch All-Stars with this win. 2nd spot will go to Justin Perry, who had a shot, but then once the yellow came out, it basically was hustle, and there was no way it was going to happen. Ed Gardner, good showing, goes to 3rd. 4th is Tim Froehlich. 5th is Matt McCormick. 6th is Dougie Shears. 7th is Luke Martin, who was our pole sitter, drops back to 7th. Jake Bassinger is 8th. Bill Raymond is 9th, and Ricky Elliott Jr. rounds out the top 10. Then it will be the number 38 of Jeremy Doobie, then Ricky James, Jared Darling, Cody Lamas, Dominic Jarvis, Ken Johnson, Morgan Carpenter, Don Laprad, Andrew Boat III, Adam Chambers, our points leader, which will probably be changed now. Then it will be Tim Gardner, Emilio Navarrete, Danny Wells, Zed Weinstein, Alex Lascano, Lyndon Wright, Mike Becker, Joshua Perry, Mike McMurray, Jack Richards, Ann Batson, Will Raymond. DNF will go to, I do believe this will also be the switch. I think we will probably see Randy Carpenter pass Disanello Mominovic, as Randy was just a lap down. I don't know where Danny is. Yep, Danny Wells is right here. Yep, then it'll be Randy Carpenter will be 33rd. He's a lap down. Then the DNS will be Disanello Mominovic, Spencer Madden, Jordan Hetzer, John Westbrook, Christina Cowan, and Austin M. So that's where we stand here at Richmond, with the checker flag about to come out for the main Anaheim Auctions, number 54, Lumina of Hunter Gauntz, his first win in the Sunoco Busch Series. As they come out of turn number 3, coming down across the stripe, your winner, Hunter Gauntz. Wait for it to become official. There you go. It is official. Hunter Gauntz is your winner. And now we take a look at our points. We still have one more event before the Busch All-Stars. Adam Chambers still holds on. The lead kind of diminished a little bit as Danny Wells is second by 49 points. Ed Gardner moves up to third. Ken Johnson stays put in fourth. Jared Darling is now fifth. Spencer Madden drops to sixth. Zed Weinstein stays seventh. Randy Carpenter drops to eighth. Jeremy Doobie stays ninth, and Tim Froehlich now rounds out the top 10. Hunter Gauntz with that win moves him up to 11th. Bill Raymond, Matt McCormick, Jack Richards dropping down to 14th. Emilio Navarrete, Dunlap Brad, Dougie Shears, Dan Batson, Will Raymond, and Dominic Jarvis. Then it's Mike Becker, Andrew Boat III, Christina Cowan, Lyndon Wright, Callum Wales, Mike McMurray, Cody Lamas, Barney Ward, Ricky James, Luke Martin, Joshua Perry, John Westbrook, Morgan Carpenter, Dizenel Momenovich, Andrew Baranda, Justin Perry, Ricky Elliott Jr., Jake Baskinger, Austin M., Tim Gardner, Jordan Hetzer, and Alex Lascano will round out the field after 12. Our next event for the Sunoco Busch Series, as we said, will be the last before the Busch All-Stars. It'll be Nazareth, the Sunoco 200. Don't miss it.